Hello everyone, Amod here from the Target Common Tube channel, and today we are going to learn another concept in Java Stream API. So before we begin, I want to suggest that please go and watch the videos in this playlist. I am trying to cover the concept in small videos so that you can get the flow. So in this video, we are going to learn inbuilt function interface in Java 8 called consumer. So in previous videos, I was creating our user defined function interfaces and we have written some code using the anonymous class and lambda expressions. Now we'll see what are the default function interfaces are provided by Java 8. So one of the function interface provided by Java 8 is called consumer. So let me go to Eclipse and let me show you this consumer function interface. Okay, this I have not created, this is coming from Java 8 by default. So we can see we have a tag called function interface. We have already covered this concept. If your interface consists of only one abstract method, then you can mark that interface as a function interface. Okay, and we can see it's like generic. So I will explain what is this generic kind of thing here. If you see the definition of this, okay, before that you can see this particular function interface is part of which package called functional. Function is the package which consists of all the default function interfaces provided by Java 8. Okay, please remember, because this is an objective question you might get in interview. So this is the very basic thing, like all the function interfaces are available in function under the Java util. Okay, if you see here the definition or what this particular interface does, represents an operation that accepts a single input argument and returns no result. Okay, so it is talking about this particular interface has one method. Okay, one abstract method which accepts a single interface, single input argument. Single input argument, here it is taking one single argument and returns no result, means it is void. It is talking about this method. Okay, so what is T here? And see, like if you create a list, right, list of string, if I say, so we go and add the strings there. If you create list of integer, so we can add the integer there. If you create the list of boolean, so we can add the boolean values. So what is that list of string, list of integer, list of boolean? What is that? That string, integer, booleans and etc are will be generic. Okay, it says that this method will accept any type. Okay, it might accept the string, it may accept the integer, it may accept any class type as well. Then the second statement, second line is very important here to understand. Unlike most other function interfaces, consumer is expected to operate via side effects. Okay, so see the term unlike. Most of the function interfaces in Java 8 generally takes the argument, performs some actions and returns something. Okay, that is like normal function interface method. But in this interface called consumer, it takes something but doesn't return anything. Okay, that's why it is saying that not like other function interfaces, but this interface is expected to operate via side effects. Okay, because it doesn't return anything, that's why it says operate via side effects. You can see it has only one method here, this I explained already, and if you go down you see one more method that is called default. So function interface doesn't mean that you cannot have default or static methods. The concept is that it should have only one abstract method. No more than one abstract method can be in one function interface. Okay, but it can have multiple default or static methods. So we have one more method called and then. So we'll cover this concept in another video. As of now, we are going to focus only on this method and how we can use this function interface. So let me go and let me create a new package and I will name it as default functional interfaces, and the first class I will create here called consumer. So let me show you how I can use this function interface. So there is no new concept, whatever we have learned previously using the anonymous class and lambda expression, same thing we are going to use. Okay, so let me create a main method first. Now we know that how to use the lambda expression. So before lambda expression, I will create the anonymous class, then I will convert that to lambda expressions. So what is the first thing? Use the same way you create an object of a class. Okay, means the consumer, let me import it properly, consumer. Okay, then I will say that, okay, let me put string as of now. I will say what is that. Okay, string. Now I will put consumer1. Okay, what is the new thing? You need to use the new keyword and then again same interface name. Okay, so since we cannot create an object of interface, so we need to use some implemented class for it. So we are not going to have any separate class, but we will going to use the anonymous class, which already I have explained in my previous video. So let me just use the auto session, and you can see it is showing some error. And let me, because it wants me to implement the unimplemented method that's called accept. Okay, this accept is coming from here because we have only one abstract method, that is the criteria of function interface. So when you are writing the anonymous class, so it is asking you to give the implementation for this. So what I want, whatever, so what is accept is doing, it is taking one parameter. Okay, you can see here whatever you are passing here, okay, same thing it is taking as an argument. So I use the consumer as a string, consumer of string. So it is automatically replaced here by string. So means whatever generic type you are passing for class, same thing, same type you can use in accept. We need to use. And what I am going to do, I will simply print the t. Okay. So value is t. Okay, I am not doing anything. It is just taking one argument and just I am printing it. So how can we call it? We have already seen, use the consumer1 object name. Okay, then call accept, then pass the value like AMOD. Okay, let me put something called Java stream API concepts are easy. Okay, enough of my name. So let me run this program and let's see if it runs fine or not. Okay, so we can see value is Java stream API concepts are easy. You can see there's nothing new. Instead of using some user defined interfaces, function interfaces to be more specific, I just use the inbuilt function interface provided by Java 8, that is consumer, and I use the same way I have used previously. So this is actually anonymous class. Let me write the lambda for this. Okay, so what we do in lambda expression, we just need to remove the obvious things. What are the obvious things? These are obvious things. Okay, I have already covered, so I'm not going to repeat it again. Override is the obvious things. These are obvious things. Okay, and we know that we need to separate it. So let me use the arrow operator. Okay, and this string is also obvious thing, so let me remove this part. Okay, now we have sorted. So what we need to do, remove this part as well and this part as well. Okay, and this is your lambda expression. You can see we can write in one line. Even we no need to write this one braces, because we have only one statement. But remember, if you have written a statement, then you need to give the curly braces. Okay, so same way I just transform the anonymous class implementation to lambda expression here, and let me run the program. Okay, we can see the same API. Now you may be thinking, okay, so Java is providing some function interfaces, this is called consumer. what is the use? What is the use? Okay. So let me show you something. Let me create a list of string first. Okay. I will keep names and I will create a list or new array list. Okay. Let me add some names. So I will add first name, I will add Java. Okay. The names dot add, I will add another name called Selenium. Okay. Names dot add, let me add one more like rest assured. Okay. So what I did, simply I created one list and I have added 3 values. Okay, Java, Selenium, rest assured. What I want to do, I want to print these, print the list one by one. Okay, simple thing, simple implementation. So we know that we can use the for loop. Okay, advanced for loop also you can use. If you see the names dot, you see one method called for each. So this is new method which has been added into in 1.8. You can see it has been added in 1.8. Okay, if you see this method takes the parameter of type consumer. You can see what is consumer. If I let me go to this method, you can see this for each method, okay, which is default method in iterable class. You can see that you can see this, that it is taking a type called consumer, and if you mouse over, you can see it is navigating to the same function interface. Okay, so what is the use here? In this list we have a for each method. This for each method takes the consumer interface. Okay, so now if I want to use this for each method, so you need to have similar implementation like whatever we have used. Okay, so how to pass the what you want to do? Just want to print it. So what I need to do, I will directly write the lambda expression now. Okay, I'm not going to do the anonymous class and then converting to lambda, because you need to practice to write it directly, because you cannot put extra effort. But for practice, create the anonymous class first, then try to convert into lambda expression, so that you can understand it much better. So what I need to do, it takes one argument like this, right? So I will use the parenthesis, and inside this I will pass a parameter. Maybe I will pass name, any variable, any name you can give. What is the next thing? You need to use this one. Okay, so let me use this one, arrow operator. Why? Because the attributes and the implementation will be different, just to differentiate. Then let me use the sys out. Okay, and let me print the name. Okay, let me remove this part, this semicolon, because we don't require that. Okay, we can see it is printing. Okay, so this consumer interface will be useful if you are trying to use the for each method, and you can use this very simple way of writing the code. You can do a lot of things. It's just the thing I said that we are printing it, but you can do whatever you want. Okay, maybe what I want to do, for each maybe what I'm going to do, I will try to convert, or I will just change the names to lowercase or uppercase. Okay, so I'll take the name again. Okay, and I'll use the arrow operator. Okay, let me put the parenthesis properly. Okay, and inside this, what I'll do, sys out, let you write the 2 lines. Okay, I will use the, for multiple lines we need to use the parenthesis. So use the, what I'll do, I will create another variable string s. Now what I'll do, name dot to string, to uppercase. So whatever name I am getting, because for each will take the elements of the list one by one. So it is taking one element, I am converting that element to uppercase, and then I am printing the value. Okay, so here need to put the semicolon, not semicolon, what we are missing here, this parenthesis. Okay, because this is missing. So let me run this program and see what is the output. Okay, we can see it is converting the elements to the uppercase and printing it. So this is the implementation, or this is the use case of your consumer interface. So there are multiple things which I am going to cover in the next video, and I will also explain what is the and then method. You can see we have one default method called and then, and there are multiple things actually in this function interface. This that I will cover in next video. So if you have any doubt, please comment on this video. If you really like my videos, please like, comment, subscribe and share with others. Thank you everyone.